Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you for tuning in. This is your monthly love reading for the month of April 2017. So I usually always shuffle the cards beforehand, but I do like to shuffle them once the video is on. Because, of course, time is non-linear, and once you tune in, I can get a better sense of your energies. Alright, let's see what we have for Sagittarius for the month of April for love. Uh-huh. Alright. Let me just adjust this a little bit. Okay, this is very interesting because I just did a reading and some of the cards are the same. Center card I have here is Nine of Air. Well, Nine of Swords, Nine of Air in this deck. And in the traditional tarot, it is a woman who is on her knees with a blindfold over her eyes, and she has 9 swords that are surrounding her. Now, swords represent thoughts, the mind, the intellect. So, as it is your center card, you are either surrounded by thoughts or your mind is really keeping you and you don't see it. You're blindfolded inside this circle. So either you are very worried or concerned about something, or you are being kept still in one place because your thoughts or your beliefs about a certain situation are keeping you there, are keeping you from moving and from being free-flowing, right? And right before the Nine of Swords, I have the Five of Cups, 5 of water in this deck, meaning things may not have turned out the way you'd hoped, or you don't see the positive in the situation, crying over spilled milk. So it is very likely that you are keeping yourself in this state of mind, state of being. Now, they say that you are what you think. Well, no, that is not true. However, your thoughts are quite powerful. I mean, after all, it's in your head, you hear them, right? So they can influence your emotional state of being, right? And I feel like something you believe about your love situation, whether you are single or in a relationship or in between, something about you believe that your situation is a certain way and therefore you are disappointed, or you see it from a particular light and therefore you are disappointed, and it's not what you had hoped, it's not what you would like, and you're not feeling too giddy and happy about that. However, prior to that, I mean, the first 3 cards, Queen of Swords, right? Don't underestimate yourself. And then Unity, right? Seek people who have a similar mentality, who can understand where you're coming from. And then Victory, good news, it's on its way. So I feel like perhaps things were going in a great direction, or you had everything together, you were confident, and then something happened or something triggered within you. It went against your expectations, maybe. It went against your regular beliefs. It didn't quite fit into the mold that you have regarding love, regarding being single, regarding how a partner should behave or how you should feel around a partner. And that kind of created a feeling of disappointment. Right underneath the 9 of Swords, I have here the 6 of Cups, 6 of water in this deck. And this represents I'm getting childhood. Typically it represents naivete and a feeling of vulnerability. And if you look at children, they're learning, they're absorbing everything. And of course, if anything happens in your childhood or at a time when you are vulnerable, it kind of leaves an imprint, right? And again, right after that, the King of Cups, the need to balance emotions and bring everything into a stable, bring the scales, make them stabilize the scales, right, of emotion. So I'm getting that on the outside, everything looks fine. I mean, your home life or your work, job, physical routine is not interrupted, right? That may even be going very well. I feel like something that has happened in your past, maybe a childhood trauma or maybe a painful relationship or painful experience in your past, is almost fueling this belief that you have. And I mean, it's not so much that you are feeding this place from which painful emotions might come. Oh gosh, you know what, let me pull a few more cards because I'm a little... Sagittarius, please. For love, for April. Nope. Okay. Release. Okay. I'm just going to show you that. So you need to release something. You need to release a belief that may be blocking your progress, an emotional trauma that may be blocking your progress, a certain pain. You need to release that. That's very interesting. Ego. Oh my gosh, you guys. Sagittarius. Okay, ego. So ego, the ego, first of all, it's not a bad thing. Often when I pull this card, people don't like it. Your ego helps you survive. Your ego is a physical manifestation of our psychology, right? Your ego is necessary. Do not push it away. However, your ego is very fragile. And whatever this is that happened in the past, or this belief system, or whatever it is that is so ingrained within you that you need to release, your ego doesn't want to. Ego doesn't like change. Ego doesn't like uncertainty or vulnerability. But unfortunately, this needs to happen for some changes to happen, right? It will be uncomfortable. It will not be easy. And it is work. I'm not going to lie, Sagittarius. But in order to release whatever this, I mean, your center card is Nine of Swords. So something is keeping you, it may be comfortable. This circle, this bubble that you're in, it may be comfortable. You may have spent a long time building it and you like it. You like your bubble. But there's more happening outside of it than inside of it at the moment. And you need to start addressing or reflecting or touching upon certain things that are uncomfortable to release them. Okay? And it's possible your ego might get in the way. Ego doesn't like change. It may give you a false sense of being trapped, a false sense, right? False sense of being trapped. Nine of Swords. This false sense are these swords that are keeping you in this one place. These are your thoughts. That comes from your ego. And they may be keeping you in this place, right? They are negative or fear-based thoughts, whether they are justified in your mind or not. Sagittarius, I'm so excited about this. Balance. Third card, all three major arcanas in a row just popped out for you, okay? This is wonderful. Balance. You need to balance your ego, these swords that are keeping you in this place, with your emotions, right? You need to compromise that. It is very easy for ego to get in the driver's seat. It is very easy for, I'm getting goosebumps. I wish I could show you. It is very easy for ego to get in the way, Sagittarius. It is very, very easy. And this month in April is an opportunity to set it right. You know what I mean? No, ego, I'm going to look at this world you have built for me, and I'm going to question it. Because you know what? I may be trapped in these swords of your thoughts, in these sharp blades that you have created to keep me from change, to keep you from uncertainty, to keep me within this bubble, right? And there's something emotionally that needs to be addressed, that needs to be looked at. And once it is, right after that, it's emotionally you will feel better and your ego will adjust, but it will protest. Believe me, it will protest. The ego is like a little child. It doesn't like change. It doesn't like uncertainty, but balance needs to happen. Okay? Balance needs to happen. This is beautiful. Sagittarius, this is beautiful. I'm really liking this reading. So, in order for this change to happen, for these beliefs, for this emotional progress, spiritual progress to happen, you need to release and move on from your belief system that you're comfortable with. By belief system, I hope you realize that I'm talking in regards to love. I'm not talking about spiritual beliefs about the universe. No, I'm talking about love, how you receive love, how you love others, what it means to love, what it means to recognize love in another or in ourselves. It's more about that, our belief system about love, about romance. And, even if you are having tensions with a family member, you may need to shift your belief about love in order to mend this relationship. You may need to let go of your ego, let go of blame. Well, you did this and this and this, or I'm not at fault. Let that go. Because family and love is more important than being right. It's more important than being proud. Okay? This is all ego-based things. At the end of the day, if you are being pained, if this is hurting you, if you are feeling resistance, if there's something from your childhood or from a past experience that needs to be healed and ego doesn't want to look at it, if you recognize what I'm talking about right now, it means you need to let it go and you need to release it. Okay? Because A, you will feel better, and B, automatically it's going to create this ripple effect and your relationships will change. How you see love will change. And for the better, of course, Sagittarius, for the better. It creates more balance, more stability. Okay? If you are in a marriage and you hold resentments or concerns, ego, well, I'm right. Ego will say, I'm right, and you're wrong, and I know this, but let that go. Don't hold on too much to that. And ego will protest. I'm telling you right now, Sagittarius, ego will protest. And, you may even have times when you hear so much, it's very loud in your head. I don't like this. I don't want to be here. Why are you doing this? This is ridiculous. And all of these thoughts that are just going to keep jabbing at you like this Nine of Swords. And it's going to keep you in this place of, well, yeah, I know I'm right, and this and this and this. There's no escape. You need to release. You need to release these thoughts. You need to, this might sound a little ridiculous, but talk to your ego. Ego, come on, man. Relax. Let this go. I don't want you helping me right now. You will still hear more protests, but maybe create an inner dialogue. Okay? And that will help mend or polish your current love situation, Sagittarius. This is a beautiful reading. I can't emphasize that enough. This is wonderful. And please listen to these words. okay? Because even if you're content in your love situation right now, I feel like there's even maybe something else you need to let go. Maybe expectation. Um, maybe you need to release grudges. Maybe you need to release a past lover. Maybe you need to release comparisons. Maybe you need to release a family relationship and don't allow it to pain you as much. Just let go. Okay, Sagittarius, this is a wonderful reading, and I really feel like some of you out there need to hear this, and this is what this reading is kind of focusing on. So this month, Sagittarius, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, be compassionate, okay, and really try to release and let go. However difficult that may be, it will help you in the long run. Do not carry this within yourself. Do not hold this energy, these pains, these grudges, this past trauma. Do not hold on to it. Let it go. And it'll allow the inflow of new energy. Right? And your ego, I'm so happy this ego popped up, because that's what the Nine of Swords represents, and that is your center card. It is these thoughts, it is these justifications, these this belief that about yourself or about someone or about a relationship that is close to your heart. There's this belief that's really keeping you, it's blocking movement, forward movement in terms of this relationship with, it could be a parent. I mean, how much pain can a parent cause to us, right? They're a parent, or a loved one, a past relationship, right? It's release, release, release. If you are single, release any expectation. Release your exes. Release and balance. And I really feel like this will help you. And at the very least, no matter how uncomfortable it will get, it will bring you insight. You would be surprised, Sagittarius, that when you work towards these things, how much more you can learn about yourself or about relationships, how much spiritually you can grow. And I feel like this is a beautiful opportunity to do that this month, Sagittarius. Okay? I really hope this was helpful. I would love your feedback, and I'm sending you so much love this month, Sagittarius. Okay? Have a wonderful April.